The Packers lost to the Browns, but what they're about to do to the Cowboys is going to be embarrassing for Jerry Jones and all of his ancestors. You know what I mean? Everyone that came before him, everyone that will came after. What's about to happen to the Cowboys will embarrass their whole family tree. You know what I mean? This Packers defense is legit. All right, that hasn't changed. Last week, that didn't change. That's the thing. That the Packers lost. That they lost a close game, a game that they should have won. The defense stayed true. We know what this defense is. We know what this football team is. Zach Tom wasn't playing. The offensive line wasn't shambles. The offensive line was horrible. But the Browns' defensive line was very good. And what you know what the Cowboys are? Not the Cleveland Browns. I got the stats over here, people. We're going to talk about this because I got it all ready. You know what I mean? The Dallas Cowboys, who the Packers are playing on Sunday Night Football, total yards, 30th in defense. 30th in defense and total yards. All right, passing yards, 32nd. 32nd in defense. They average 300 yards passing. The other team gets 300 yards passing every single game on average. Rushing yards, they're 17th. They allow 109.7 in rushing yards. Maybe the Packers get that rushing game going, baby. You know what I mean? And in points, 27th. 27. There's only 32 teams on a football in the NFL. You know what I mean? So, like, dude, why are you stressed? Why do you think that the Packers could lose this game? And obviously, it's any given Sunday. The Packers have to show up, but they're definitely gonna. They're playing in Dallas. They've never lost at that stadium. They've won more playoff games in that stadium than the Dallas Cowboys have. All right, let's talk about it though. All right, so now let's go to the Packers defense. Let's start there. I wasn't sure how I was going to go with this thing. But Packers defense, total yards. All right, we talked about the Cowboys. They're 30th. The Packers are third. Packers are third in total yards on defense. Passing yards, they're sixth. We talked about the Cowboys. Passing yards, 32nd. All right, so the Packers, sixth on passing yards on defense. Rushing yards on defense, they're third. Points on defense, the Packers are first. All right, the Packers are a very good defense, one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best. Like, why are you stressed, bro? Like, what makes you think that you should be scared about this game? I feel like people think that, like, if they're overconfident, like they were overconfident against the Browns, then it'll happen this week. No, that was a fluke. How we feel and what we say as fans has nothing to do with the game. People always say, like, you're a jinx because you said this. No, I'm not. I don't affect the game, dude. I work at a cheese factory, and I do a podcast, like, in my basement. You know what I mean? This is not even a good basement. Not even one of those good ones with the windows and stuff.